All right. Let's see here. I think we are good to go. All right. Welcome everybody to another Saturday Mastermind. This is July 6th, November, or sorry, November, July, November. But anyway, welcome to another. This is our July Mastermind where we open it up to the public. We open it up to anybody who's a part of our community, anyone who's not a part of our community, to learn a little bit about what we have going on here, how we can help you win your freedom in a principle centered way. And whether that means that you just want to pay off your debt, whether that means you want to make more money, to have go on vacations with your family, get out of the job that you don't like, whatever it may be. I really truly believe we have one of, if not the best solution out there on the internet. There's a lot of things you can be doing. You can be doing affiliate marketing, you can be doing network marketing, you can be doing a whole bunch of different types of businesses. But I really believe we have the hybrid model that pretty much trumps all those other types of businesses out there. So if that's something that you're looking forward to learning about, then you're in the right place. So anyway, I have the privilege to introduce who our speaker is today, our presenter. So I'm going to actually share my screen and show you the quick bio, and then I'll bring him out real quick. So right here, we're going to be learning from Paul, the Freedom Crusader Hutchins, who is a former call center cubicle worker turned home business extraordinaire. He lives with his beautiful wife, Corrine, and their four rambunctious boys in Southeast Idaho. Paul went from struggling in direct sales, living in a trailer house, to becoming the number one recruiter and producer in his network marketing company. He served on the leadership council of two different companies and has been recognized as the top producer in every project he's thrown his heart into since 2009. His main passion in life is serving those who are serious about finding success in direct sales, and he does this mainly through his leadership responsibilities right here for all of us in the Home Business Academy. So I'm excited to hear from Paul today. That's what the bio says. But another cool, fun fact is there's something that I've always had, in the past. I've had some issues with debt, with investing, those kind of topics. And I've always been good at affiliate marketing, making money. I just didn't do that great when I had the money, right? And I'm doing a lot better now, thanks to Paul's, training, thanks to Paul's influence, thanks to his example. I guess the biggest one is his example, where he paid off everything, including his investments, debt free. I like to call him the debt free millionaire inside of our community because that's actually a rare statement. There's usually people who are debt free, but they're just living paycheck to paycheck still. Um, but he's debt free. He has investments that are debt free, and he's living the life he wants. He's retired in his 40s, and it's just a cool feeling to know that we're going to be learning from Paul today. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to him. How are you doing, Mr. Paul Hutchins?
Hey, hey, hey. How's everyone doing today? Let me know in the chat how you guys are doing. Happy Saturday. Mike, thank you for the great introduction. Anytime that we can hear that we've had a positive influence on someone's life, that's a good thing. And that's, partly a big part of what it's all about. Thank you so much for the kind words, and love you. So thankful to be in business with you. So Wanda says, fired up and grateful. We got a couple of groups of people here today. We've got some people who are in our community, and they're here on the Zoom with us. So we'll have comments coming in from you guys. And then hopefully we have some guests who are live on a page who will be looking at this information for the first time. And we also have a comment thread on that page. So whichever group you're in, I would love to encourage you guys to comment, let me know how you're doing, ask questions. We'll have time at the end of this for Q&A. So any questions you might have, we want to be there to serve you. Peter and Veronique, hello from Spain. So you guys moved to Spain. That's so cool. Congratulations. Keith McNew says, good morning. Happy to be here joining you from Malawi. Where is that? I've never heard of Malawi. I don't think that's Maui, Malawi. So where's that, Keith? Welcome. Kevin Sousa says, excellent. Thank you. You're welcome. Arnita says, doing well. Happy Saturday. Mark Smith says, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, Mark. Niall says, hello to you. Malawi is in Africa. Oh, how cool is that? We have someone all the way from Africa here today. That's one of the most amazing things regarding the internet is we truly can build a global business and network and relationships all over the world. So that's the very, very cool. All right. Well, here's what's going to go down today, guys. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. For the last 2 hours, I've been preparing some slides. So I'm excited about these slides. They're new slides. You haven't seen them before, even if you've been here, prior. And these slides are going to keep me on track and help me and us to get through this information sooner rather than later, because one thing we really value is time. Would you guys all agree that time is our most valuable asset? So we're here today. I'm going to just go ahead and jump right away into my screen here. And Mike, can you see that slide there?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, well, let's get into this. So I'm today going to share a simple plan you can use to build complete financial freedom with, using a unique and revolutionary business model that you can be proud of. So that's the goal of this presentation. And I am excited to invite you to tune in. Specifically, if you decide to pay attention right now and watch all the way through, you're going to discover how to have the money you want combined with the time to use that money and live the life that way that you want to live it. And there are only 3 things required. And I'm going to talk about those 3 things today. And I just want to talk about this a little bit more. There are a lot of situations in life where people have the money, but they don't have the time. And I don't know if you guys know anybody like that. I know people like that. They've got all the money that you could want, but they are so busy from morning to night that they can't ever do anything. They can't ever take time off. They're stressed all the time. And so, our goal is to help you create the money that you want so that you have the money that you want to do the things that you want to do, but also so that you have the time to do the things you want to do with the people you want to do them with. And this might seem, I was at a family reunion last week, and one of my kids' cousins said, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And you've probably all heard that phrase before. And when I heard him say that, I said, yes, sometimes, but not all the time. Sometimes things that sound too good to be true might actually be true. One of my favorite quotes from Robert Kiyosaki is he said, intelligence is the ability to make finer distinctions. And when we generalize, when we say, if it's too good to be true, it probably is, that's kind of a generalization. And the mistake we can make is we can hear something like that and then assume that everything that looks amazing is too good to be true. And when we break it down into distinctions and specific cases, we realize that not necessarily. And this is definitely something that I thought when I first heard it might have been close to being too good to be true. I thought, what? There's a way for me to have all the money that I want, but at the same time, have plenty of time every day to be with my family, have plenty of time every day to play my guitar, have plenty of time every day to read and do things that I want to do, to go on vacation, but I can still have the money? What? No way. Like, could it be true? And I've discovered through my journey of being on this path now, since 2005 is when I first started to have the dream of freedom. So 20 years, So over 20 years of my life, I've proved for myself that this actually can be true for us. We can have money, we can have time, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. Second thing, I'm going to share with you a simple but very effective plan for building a residual income stream that disconnects your time from your money. So obviously this is related to point number one. You got to have a plan. And sometimes people might think, wow, I could have the money and the time, but it's got to be so complicated and difficult. There's no way that I could do it. Well, I want to draw your attention to the first few words here. A simple but very effective plan. One of my first mentors, he said, this is a simple business. It's not an easy business, but it's a simple business. And I found that to be true. I've also found it to be true that it can be easy for you. One of the reasons that some people might not find it easy is because in order to have things that others don't have, you sometimes have to do things that others are not willing to do. Now, we're not talking about brain surgery. We're not talking about rocket science. We're not, talking about doing any complex engineering. We're talking about simple things that others aren't willing to do, like staying committed to your vision, like deciding to show up every day for, an extended period of time and grow your business every day. These are simple things that a lot of people don't find to be easy, but some people do find them to be easy. So I'm going to share with you this simple plan that I've used for a couple of decades, worked out really well for me. And I'm also going to share with you a business model we created to help you do it much faster than you might realize is possible. So today is geared toward mainly people who are looking at what we have for the first time. So I want to make that caveat. I know we do have a lot of existing community members and Freedom Crusaders who show up here. So if it sounds like I'm talking in a way that feels like, you might be saying like, oh, gee, Paul, I'm already in, I already know this, that's because this presentation is to help people who haven't seen this before see what we have. And we do this once a month. So the first Saturday of every month, and that's today. So the other thing I'm going to share with you is an easy way to get started today, combined with some valuable, very valuable, we're talking worth thousands of dollars in value, thank you gifts if you choose to get started for the very low cost that I'm going to show you at the end of this presentation. Of course, that's optional. It's up to you. You're going to have to look at the information today and decide for yourself if it's as amazing as many of us feel that it is. So Mike told you a little bit about me, but I want to tell you a little bit more. So who am I and why should you listen today? My name is Paul Hutchings, as Mike said. I went from being jobless, living in a trailer house, to retiring debt-free at 40 years young. I helped to start and build a company from scratch that sold over $7 million in products and helped over 1,200 people earn an income online. And that's part of the plan you're going to see today. I've been earning a full-time income online for over a decade. And here's some quick proof. Here's the trailer house I started my first online business in. I was in this little window right there above this Chevy Tahoe, right there, this little teeny tiny office with brown panel walls. This is where I started to learn that you could go from wherever situation you were in, be it a trailer house, be it living in a rental unit, be it wherever, you could go from wherever you were to where you wanted to be. That's where I was when I started to have these ideas come to me. And so since that time, I've been able to, as I already mentioned, retire in my early 40s. Here's some pictures of me training on stages throughout the world. This is a screenshot from our merchant account showing we've done over $7 million in sales just recently. Of course, Mike and I have been doing business online a lot longer than this. So combined, we've done well over $10 million in sales. And that is, we like to under promise and over deliver. So that number is definitely an under promise. This down in the bottom right-hand corner is my new Tesla Model Y. This is my dream car. I wanted a Tesla for quite some time. Last year, we were able to buy it and pay cash for it. This is a new pickup truck we bought this year. It's a Duramax, and we were able to pay cash for that. These are some pictures of my last month. So on the top here, you see my wife and my son Camden. We were on a 9-day camping trip with family, and it was amazing. There was no internet where we were at, but this year I brought Starlink Mobile, so I had some internet with me. But we were camping for 9 days here, and then about a week or two before that, my wife and I had the incredible opportunity to travel to Rome and Greece and have an experience of a lifetime and see, pillars. This pillar here is a couple thousand years old. Walk on floors that were thousands of years old. See the most beautiful, stunning art, painting, sculptures. Gelato. I don't know if you guys know. Do you guys know what gelato is? I'm going to check the chat. I'm curious. I did not know what gelato was. But when I went to Rome, I guess Rome is famous for gelato. In fact, my son and I were watching a movie called Red Notice the other night with The Rock. The character asks The Rock, "What brings you to Rome?" And he says, "I don't know, the gelato and something else." And I was like, "Oh, there's that gelato." Anyway, gelato is a delicious, tasty dessert. If you ever go to Rome, definitely get the gelato. So for the last month or so, I've been on the road. And while I've been on the road, I've still had an amazing business. I've still had plenty of income coming in. So I like this slide because it's an illustration that when you set your business up in the right way, you can have the money and you can have the time and you can do the things that you want to do. So continuing on to the first bullet point that I said I was going to cover, how to have the money you want combined with the time to use that money and live life the way you want to live it. Before I jump into this, I want to just share something real quick. This is an idea that I picked up from Elon Musk. Any Elon Musk fans out there? I've listened to so much from him. Got some hands going up. So one time I was listening to him speak, and I was listening to his philosophy for product development. And what he said was, and he trains this all throughout his companies. He says the best part is no part. So if you can delete something from a product that is unnecessary or redundant or just not adding value to the essentiality of what the thing is supposed to do, his philosophy is to delete it. Now, related to this idea is another idea I've heard him talk about called first principles thinking. And I've heard a lot of people when they talk about Elon Musk, they're like, "Oh, he's first principles." And basically what that means is you start from the ground up. So you wipe everything away and you say, "Okay, what is required here?" Because sometimes you will hear lots of nonsense from people. People will tell you, "Oh, you need this, you need ABC, elemental P, XYZ in order to achieve this goal." And if you can just wipe all of that away and start from your own mind and say, let's think about this for a second. If I want to have a life of freedom, if I want to have time and money, what is actually required? And then that really allows you to clear the cobwebs away, clear the fuzz away, and just look at what is essential. So I've attempted to do that a little bit here on this slide. So I want to share this with you guys. How can you have the money you want combined with the time to use that money so you can live life the way you want to live it? What is actually required to do that? Forget what everyone else has ever said, or maybe you've thought. Let's think about the essentials here. And here are my ideas. Number one, you need something to sell that pays a high residual income. Now, just in case we have someone here, I always like to explain this, just in case we have someone here who doesn't know what residual income is. Residual income is simply a type of income that once you create it, it continues to come in month after month after month after you've done the work to create that initial income stream. So it's not like a job. Like a job, you go to work, maybe you're working for $10 an hour. You show up, you put in the hour, you get the $10, but how do you get another $10 at a job? You have to put in another hour, don't you? Your physical body has to be there to get another $10. Well, with residual income and a residual income based business, if you have something to offer someone that can provide value to them, like Francisco's a good example. I remember Francisco. What's up, Francisco? Good to see you, man. I remember the day that I talked to you for the first time. I was walking in my driveway in front of my house, or sitting in my car somewhere over there, and Francisco had connected with me on the phone, and we were just talking about the business and, Francisco's goals and where he wanted to go. And we talked about his family. And through that conversation, Francisco looked at the business that I was a part of and thought, this looks pretty amazing. Francisco decided to get started, right? Francisco decided to get started. So he bought the business with the products that you guys are going to see today, if you haven't seen what we're going to show you. So that was probably an hour, right? So we talked maybe for 30 minutes to an hour. Since that time, we haven't really talked much on the phone. We've met at events, right? We've maybe connected in the social media group. We see each other on Zooms all the time because we do Zooms and masterminds all throughout the week, coaching masterminds to help each other. But my personal time was just that one first conversation. And since that time, Francisco has been buying his products every month. He has customers, so he's earning income. So that income that came from that one conversation, when did you join, Francisco? Maybe you could post in the chat if you remember. I don't remember when you joined, but it's definitely been,
About 2016, 17, around that time.
2016, 17. So we're in 2024, right? So that is 7 years. So that is an example of residual income, right? A little bit of work in the beginning. And Francisco, his product purchases have been paying me a residual income for 7 years. Okay. Way better than a job, in my opinion. No knocking jobs. I think all honest work has value. And to make the world work, we need all kinds of people doing all kinds of things. So I never want to criticize jobs. I've had jobs. I'm thankful for the jobs that I had. But when I learned that I could do what I just described, I was like, man, I think I would rather go talk to Wanda and Danny and Ralph and Minister Christian. And once I have a group of people who like what we're doing, now I have the income that I want, and I don't have to put in any more time. Now I do, in all transparency, you do also want to service your customers. You want to help them. You want to make sure they're getting the value that they came for. And so, once you do the initial work, there is some maintenance, but you can do the maintenance in a leveraged way, right? What's leverage? Leverage is the ability to do more with less. So this Zoom right here is an example. I don't know how many people we've got, 31 here live on the Zoom. We've got a bunch more watching on the page. So, we're serving each other right here all together so that when we're done, I don't have to take 31 hours of my day and go talk to every single person one-on-one. Okay. So that's a way you can serve in a leveraged way. So anyway, you need something to sell. And by the way, I don't want anyone to get scared by the word sell. Okay. Now, what do you guys think about sales? Those of you who are here, do you like it? Do you hate it? What are your connotations with sales? And then I want to make a distinction here because, and those of you who have been in home business for some time, network marketing, internet marketing, have you ever heard someone say, this isn't sales. We're just sharing. Have you ever heard someone say that? Kevin says sales is the highest paid hard work and the lowest paid easier work there is. Yeah. I like what Earl Nightingale said. Also in alignment with that, he said, sales is the highest paid profession in the world if you're good at it. Right. So anyway, I wanted to make this distinction, because there's two things, when you hear the word sales, what a lot of people think is run, this guy or this gal's trying to get my money. I got to run as fast as I can, And why do people think that? People think that because some salespeople are pushy and some salespeople are annoying and you want to get away from them, right? But you don't have to do it that way. And, I've been selling in a way for the last 2 decades of my life where I don't push anyone to do anything. And it feels great. And I build relationships and some people like me. I like a lot of people and my life is harmonious and my business is harmonious and I'm not pressuring anyone to do anything. So you can do sales in that way. The other thing I wanted to point out about sales is in a business like the one I'm going to show you today, or maybe the one that you're in, if you're in a home-based business, it's a different kind of sales because in a lot of sales, you are responsible for doing the sales presentation, closing the sale. You're responsible for a lot in that sales process, doing all the explaining, so on and so forth. In a business like this, really the only thing we have to do effectively is not even talk about products, not even talk about comp plan. All we have to do effectively is show people a door and give them the opportunity or the choice to walk through it if they want or to not. And that'll become more clear as we go through this presentation, but it's a little bit different than what you may think sales in general is. And that's why sometimes people in home business say, this isn't sales, even though we are selling products and we're moving services, they say it's not sales because it's a different kind of sales. It's an easier kind of sales, honestly, in my opinion. So let me jump back to the slides here. So you need something to sell that pays high residual income. Why do I say high residual income? I say high residual income because if you can sell something that pays you more residual income for your efforts, you can achieve your freedom goal faster. So I'm curious to everyone who's here, do you have a residual income goal? And if you're comfortable sharing it, post it in the chat. You don't have to if you don't want to. I can share my first residual income goal. So that's a big one, $83,334 per month. Okay, awesome. Think big. And I'm not surprised because I know, Kevin, one of your favorite books is The Magic of Thinking Big. So that's an example of that. When I first got started, I wanted $3,000 per month residual income. And the reason for that for me was because that was the number that would make it so I never had to have a job again. And I didn't love the job I was in at the time. In fact, there were some things that I hated about that job. Peter and Veronique say 50,000 monthly. Awesome. Francisco says 65,000 a month. Woo, we got some big thinkers here. Awesome. I love it. Smiling Stu says 5,000 monthly. Keith says 1,000 monthly. I love that goal, Keith. Thank you for sharing that. Danny says 4,000 monthly. Now, again, I want to highlight, we're talking residual income here, okay? So what would be the number that if you could imagine that would just be coming into your life that you never had to work for again, that would give you enough so that when you woke up in the morning, you're like, I don't have to work and I have this amount of money. What do I want to do with my life? I think that's the number that you really want to settle in on as your dream. Lori says 5,000 per month. Rashida says 65,000 a month. Chase says 3,000 a month. Okay, all good goals. The point with the high residual, guys, is if you sell something that pays you $1 residual income and your goal is 10,000 per month, how many people or customers will you need to have to make 10,000 a month? For all our math whizzes here, post in the chat if you know the answer to that question. $1 residual per customer. You want to make 10,000 a month. How many people do you need to have? 10,000. Ding, 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 ding. Smiling Stu. Math whiz. You need 10,000 customers, right? So if you're earning $1, you need 10,000 customers. Let's say you're earning $120 and you want per customer residual income, or let's say $120. And I'm going to have to break out my calculator for this one but I would take 10,000 divided by 120. And my calculator tells me that's 83 customers. So would you rather find 10,000 customers or 83 customers to make $10,000 a month? Seems like a silly question, right? And yet all over the world, we have thousands and even millions of people running around selling things that pay them $1 residual income or $2 or $3, right? So high residual income, preferably, that's why I put that there. So something to sell that pays high residual income. That's number one. Number two, what else do you need? Any guesses? What else do you need to have the money you want combined with the time to use that money and live life the way you want to use it? I'm just curious. First principles thinking, we're wiping everything away and we're saying, what do I need to make this money? Something to sell that pays a residual, preferably a high residual. Okay, so we've established that. System, I like that. That's a good one. That's good. Thank you, Letty. So we're probably going to have tools, community. I think these are all really good answers. And, one thing that I like about this type of a business and this type of, entrepreneurial thinking, this is something that Robert Kiyosaki talks about when he rails against the school system. He said, one thing I don't like about schools is there's only one right answer. They give you a question and there's like A, B, C, and D. And in life, usually, and in business, there's usually more than one right answer. So all of these are good. Oneness is a place people can plug in and get their questions answered. That's really good. I like that. People who need my product service. Okay, I like that. Ralph says the right mindset. I like all of these answers. Guys, these are all great answers. So thank you for contributing to the mastermind today. I'm going to share with you the two that I jotted down this morning. 2, a dream that's important to you. A dream that's important to you. Why is it important to have a dream that's important to you in order to build the residual income that you want to build? Do you think that's essential? Do you think that's essential for success? Mike says, also remember your first income goal should be something to replace your current income or give you enough money to cover all your expenses and pay off debt. I think that's good advice. He says, if you make it too high, you might be disappointed if you don't hit it. Too low and it won't motivate you enough. Those are good things to think about. So thank you, Mike. So yeah, I think that a dream is important. A dream that's important to you is essential because you can have something to sell that is valuable, that's life-changing, that changes people's lives, that pays a high residual, that sits on your shelf and doesn't do anything and doesn't help anybody. You can have those two things. You can have those conditions met that when you put in a little bit of work, maybe you run into a setback or a disappointment. And if your dream isn't big enough to drive you forward, it's like the size of your dream determines how committed you are and how big of obstacles you can overcome on your way to getting what it is that you want. So the more important your dream to you, the more persistent you're going to be, the more committed you're going to be. And I will throw that out there. That's required. Anyone out there telling you can push a button and make all the money that you want without being committed, without being persistent, without overcoming some challenges, I think is flat out lying to you. My dream from the beginning was I wanted to have freedom. I never wanted to be like super rich. I never wanted to drive Lamborghinis or have yachts or any of that stuff. I just wanted enough money so that I could provide for my family and not have to leave my wife and kids every day. And that I could wake up in the morning and I could live life the way that I wanted to live it. I wanted enough money so that I never had to be a puppet on a string again. Because while I was grateful for the jobs that I had, I didn't like people being able to tell me, you got to leave your family this weekend. You got to do this. You got to do that. Go here, go there, jump. How high? And then I would jump as high as I could. And they would say, that's not high enough. You suck. We're going to promote someone else past you. That felt terrible to me. It made me feel small inside. And I didn't like that. So I just wanted enough money that I wouldn't ever have to do that again. So for me, that was $3,000 a month. And I wanted it so bad that I was willing to persist through challenges. So you need that, guys. And I like to say a life without a dream is like breath without oxygen. I think a dream, something that you believe is possible for you and that you want and that you have desire for, it gets you out of bed every day. You know, I've got a son, I've got 4 boys, and my oldest son, sometimes he sleeps until 1 o'clock in the day. 1 o'clock, you know, sometimes he'll go 4 or 5 days sleep until 1 o'clock, despite me going in there at like 9 o'clock. I'm like, get out of bed, you know, get out of bed. It's time to get out of bed. He'll sleep till 1 o'clock. You know, he just graduated. So cut him a little slack. You know, he's relaxing. But I'm thinking, like, how do I help him get out of bed in the morning? And the best answer I can come up with is, son, what are you excited about in life? Like, what lights your fire? You know, write down some things that you're excited to do tomorrow. Because if you're excited, you're not going to need an alarm clock. You're going to get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning like your dad, you know, because I'm excited. I've got things I want to do. I've got books I want to read. I've got value I want to create. I've got people I want to be with. I've got places I want to go, you know, so I don't want to spend my life in bed. So that's partly why it's important to have a dream. So you need something to sell that pays a high residual. You need a dream. I'm curious to everyone here in the Zoom and on the page, do you have a dream? You don't have to tell me what your dream is if you don't want to, but do you have a dream? Let me know. I want to see. Do we have dreamers out there? Wanda says, I got a dream. I know you do, Wanda. And you know how I know you do? Because I can see your dream playing out in your actions and your presence and your voice when I hear you speak. Ralph says, yes. Kevin says, I have a dream. Mark says, yes. Letty says, I have a dream. You know, what a beautiful phrase if it's true, you know, to have a dream. So kudos to all of you dreamers out there. I feel like dreamers are my people. So the number 3 thing is you have to have a willingness to work and learn consistently over time. So while what I'm going to show you today can be fast, and I believe what I'm going to show you today can produce income faster than anything that I'm aware of. And I can say that with certainty because I helped to create what we're going to show you today. I'm a co-founder, and we created it to get people residual income as fast as possible. So we pay weekly, we pay a high residual income. We've never missed a commission payout since we've been in business in 2016. We have systems in place. We have done for you materials. We have a fast start process. We have members who do go out there and get results in their first week. So while all of that is true, I'm still going to say you must have a willingness to work and learn consistently over time. Why do I say that? 1, from personal experience. My personal story was first year in business, I made $0. Next few years, not much better. It took me 4 years to hit my first $3,000 monthly residual income. After that, after I hit that first level, you know, it went up pretty rapidly after that, you know, 7,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month. But that first breakthrough took me some time. And by the way, that's not a guarantee of income. You know, can never guarantee income. Results are earned, not guaranteed. And we have an earnings disclaimer here that I'll show you at some point in the presentation. But I had to stay committed to my dream and work through the challenges and work through the growth. And I think we all have to do that. My favorite line on this topic from Anthony Robbins is he said, most people overestimate what they can accomplish in a year and completely underestimate what they can do in 10. And I think that is really, really good advice. If you can look out over your next 10 years, and here's what a lot of people do when they look at a home-based business. They look at a home-based business, they're like, oh, this looks cool. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a try. I'll do it for 30 days and see how it goes, or I'll do it for 90 days and see how it goes. And you know what? That's better than not getting started at all. But if you really want to build a life of freedom, here would be my recommendation. You settle in on what your dream is. So how much money monthly is it going to take for you to achieve your dream? And then you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to commit to this dream for as long as it takes. If it takes me 10 years, fine. If it takes me 20, fine. I'll tell you the commitment that I made. I made the commitment that I was going to work my entire life till the day I died for that dream. And I felt good about that commitment. There was a guy in our community in the past who had this great quote. He said, I'd rather die with the integrity of having fought for my dreams than I'd rather die with the integrity of having fought for my dreams than live with the disgrace of looking in the mirror at a quitter. That was from Super Duper Stan. And man, that quote speaks to me, like, what do you want to commit your life to? What is your dream? Is it so important that you would commit your life to fulfilling that dream? Now, note that I haven't asked anybody to commit to our business or our specific plan. I'm just talking about your dream. I think that's the type of commitment that you really want to make if you want to do big things in your life. And what are big things in your life? It's all up to you. The only judge that matters is you. So a willingness to work and learn consistently over time. In my opinion, these are the only three things you need. In my opinion, after having generated millions of dollars online and retired in my 40s and having a residual income stream that gives me the life of freedom that I want, these were the only three things that mattered. Not that those other things, like all those things you guys posted in the comments, they matter too. But guess what? If you have a dream that's important to you and you have a willingness to work and learn consistently over time, isn't it true that you're going to learn about all those other things? Isn't it true that you're going to learn everything you need to know, to make it happen? It is. So that's why I think from a first principles level, these are the three things that matter the most. So moving on to the next slide, if you have these three things, I want to share with you guys a simple but effective plan for disconnecting because once you've got the goal, right, you've got the dream, you've got a willingness to work and learn consistently over time. Now, the next thing you need is a plan, right? Because dreams don't just make themselves come true, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending upon how you choose to look at it. You have to have a plan. You have to have a workable plan. So here is a simple plan that I've used for the last 2 decades of my life that's worked amazingly well. Number one, grow every day. You have to be willing to invest in yourself. The difference between where you're at right now and where you're going to be a year from now is the growth that happens along the way. It's the ideas you put into your mind. It's the work that you do, and it's the people that you meet. That's the difference. So if you're willing to grow every day, you're going to become more valuable to the marketplace. And great quote from a man named Jim Rohn, who I recommend. Do you guys all know who Jim Rohn is? If not, I love sharing his name and encouraging to watch his content. He said, you get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. So he also said, success is not something you pursue, it's something you attract by the person you've become. So if you're going to become someone more, that assumes that you're growing on a daily basis. So that's step number one in the daily wealth plan is grow. And I will tell you guys something that I've done very consistently for just about 2 decades of my life. And that is wake up in the morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock, come out to my office now, turn on my little light, and I've got a book in front of me, and I've got a highlighter, and I've got a pen, and I'm reading, and I'm putting good ideas into my mind. And that has done more for me probably than anything else I've done in growing my freedom, is just deciding to grow myself every day. So that's step number one on the simple plan. Step number two is give value consistently. So this is simply where you make a decision that as you're learning, you are not going to be selfish and hold all of that learning to yourself. You're going to share it with others. You know what I found, guys? I found that the more that I learned, the more people enjoyed talking to me. I have friends who are business owners that run traditional businesses, and they come to me for advice, and they thank me for my advice. Why would they be doing that for a guy who used to live in a trailer? It's because I've read so much that I have some things to share. So when my friends might be having a unique problem, even though I'm not in their business, they come to me for advice, and I can think, oh, well, I read this in this book. Here's this idea. And some of these ideas are very helpful to them. So that's giving value in a conversation. So you can give value in a conversation, in a relationship, if you're connecting with people. You can also give value in content creation, writing Facebook posts, making YouTube videos, having an email newsletter where you give value. And that's simply just where you're teaching things that you are finding valuable. You're telling stories from your life that are meaningful to you, that maybe have a lesson in them that someone else could get some value from. And why do you want to do that? Why do you want to give value to other people? Any ideas on why do you want to give value to other people? Wanda says to serve. Yes, I think service is a good thing. Kevin says to attract. Yes, I think attraction is a good thing. Think about the people that you guys are attracted to. Why are you attracted to them? Why do you like to listen to them? Why do you like to read their words? Probably because they're providing something to you that you appreciate. They're giving you value. Because they're giving you value, you are attracted to them, right? Peter and Veronique says trust. Yes, trust. Trust is important in the marketplace. If you are consistently showing up to serve and provide value, and you're doing it over a long period of time, guess what people might conclude? Oh, Ralph, I think he actually cares about me. I think he actually cares about this vision that he has. I think maybe Ralph is not just in it to make a quick buck. And they might not even think that consciously, but unconsciously, as they see you doing that over time, that trust inside absolutely does build. So yes, you want to share value to all of those things, right? All of those things. So grow every day, give value. And then the third one, and this is the only other third one, show the door to others and help the right ones walk through it. What door are we talking about? We're talking about this door where you find a dream for yourself, you commit to it, you find something to sell that pays a high residual income. So all of this is a door, okay? So you see these things and you're like, this door looks great. It looks appealing and attractive. I myself, I'm going to walk through it. So after you've done that, then we move on to the plan. You're growing every day. You're giving value every day. Now all you have to do is show other people the door and help the right ones walk through it. You don't help everybody walk through it. And this gets to where I was talking earlier about how you don't have to be pushy. It's not for everybody. You don't have to find everybody to join your business to create the life that you want. Most people probably won't walk through the door, but guess what, guys? Enough people will, if you're committed and you stay consistent, that you can build your dream and you can build the income that you want to build. Enough people will walk through that door. So would you guys agree that's a pretty simple plan? Show people the door and help the right ones to walk through as you're growing and giving value every day. Have you ever seen a more simple plan? I'm curious. And do you think this plan would work? I'm curious. Kevin says giving value helps make you worthy to attract as well. Yeah, I do think that is also true. You don't have the right to take others' opportunities away, from Peter and Veronique. And I believe that 100%. I think that each individual person, we're all walking our own life path and we're all responsible for our decisions. So I never want to be responsible for Francisco's decisions. Like, I want to do my best to help him in the best way that I can and make the best decisions for me. But I never want a situation to be that Francisco is doing something because Paul said to do it. Why? Because I don't want to be responsible for Francisco's outcomes. I want Francisco to be responsible for his outcomes. So knowing that, when it comes back to showing people that door, you can do it in a way where they make the decision to walk through. They make the decision. You don't have to push them. You don't have to prod them. You don't have to get like a cattle prod and like shock them into the door. You don't have to do any of that, right? You don't have to do any of that. So this is the simple 3-step plan. The next thing I wanted to talk about that I mentioned is a business model that we created to help you do it faster, safer, and easier. This is a company called the Home Business Academy. One of our taglines is Be the Change. And the reason we like Be the Change is because the whole reason we started this company was because we were experiencing situations in business where we would find something to sell that paid us a residual. First, we were selling things that paid us low residual. And then we're like, wait, this isn't working as well as we want it to. So then we would find something that paid us a high residual. So we were selling these things, and we experienced a lot of problems along that path in the businesses that we were in. I'll throw out just a couple as examples. We had companies go out of business. So if you want to build a residual income, you can't build a residual income if a company is out of business, obviously. We had leaders that we were following that we discovered were lying in certain circumstances. And, if you're trying to be a good person, and you find out that people are being lied to, that really grates on your conscience, and you don't feel good about that. So we didn't like that. We had people overpromise and underdeliver. We had companies change the compensation plan, and going back to this find something to sell that pays a high residual income. Well, if you have a dream and you know how much it's going to cost to make that dream come true, in other words, your monthly residual income number, you find something to sell that has a percentage payout, you make all your plans based around that, and then the company changes the comp plan. How helpful is that to you in being able to achieve your dream? And I'll just share a quick real life story. This happened to me more than one time. But my first goal I mentioned was $3,000 a month, and I was selling a internet marketing system that paid $15 residual. And then I was in a network marketing company that was paying $3 residual, but if you achieved a certain rank, they paid you triple the residual. So it went up to $9 or something like that. So my team and we worked really hard to achieve this rank. We achieved the triple residual. And finally, after 4 years of working, I hit that $3,000 monthly residual. And I was like, yes, I was so excited that I finally achieved that goal. Within a month of achieving that goal, I'm on my way to an internet marketing conference in Salt Lake City, Utah. And the network marketing company, had a conference call. So on my way to the airport, I'm listening to this conference call. They're sharing all these exciting announcements. The CEO's talking. And at the very end of the conference call, he says, hey guys, by the way, quick note, the triple the residual thing. Unfortunately, it turns out we're not going to be able to do that. And, yeah, it's a bummer. But anyway, wanted to let you guys know. See you at the next event. Click, hangs up the phone. So in that one phone call, after I and my team had been working diligently to do what they wanted us to do so that we could achieve the triple residual and achieve my goal, which is $3,000 a month, he slashed my income by 2/3 without so much as even an apology. How did that feel to me? It felt like it was crushing my soul. It felt like he punched me in the gut. So things like this kept happening over and over and over. So finally, my business partner, Mike, and Mike, you heard at the beginning of the presentation today, we said to ourselves, you know what? What if we could start a company and we could be the change? We could be the good parts on the flip side of all the bad parts that we'd seen in the home business profession. What if we could start a company where we could just tell the truth, where we could be honest, where we could have quality products that paid a high residual? What if we could build a company where we had a community that everyone loved to be a part of, where everyone was learning and growing and loving on each other and not judging each other? What if we could build something like that? And so in 2016, we started this company, the Home Business Academy, and our vision is freedom through principle-centered leadership. So freedom obviously is residual income, enough residual income to equal or surpass your monthly expenses. That's what we mean when we say freedom. And principle-centered leadership, meaning there are some things you can do for money that we are not willing to do. you know? And I'll just ask the audience here. Are you guys willing to do anything for money? I mean, it sounds like, yeah, I'm committed. I'm willing to do anything. But really, like anything, you know, like lie, cheat, steal. Are you willing to do those things for money? You know, some people are. Unfortunately, some people are. And so for us, principle-centered leadership means we're building this business on principles, and our principles are more important to us than the money. Now, thankfully, the principles that we follow, we believe actually help us create more income than lying and cheating and stealing. You know, just one quick example, my second son, Camden, he is wanting to buy a car. He's 16 years old. He started a business this last year, saved up $4,000, and he wants to buy this car. So every day he's sending me cars. Dad, did you call on this car? Dad, look at this car. I'm like, dude, I have a life too, you know? But anyway, we found this one car, and I called. So here was the situation: is there's this ad on the internet, and it has this beautiful red Honda Civic, and it's got like trees in the background, and it looks sweet, and it's got a good price. So I call down to the dealership, and I'm like, but in the description it says the color is gold. So the picture is red, but the description says the color is gold. And so I call to the dealership, and I say, hey, what's up with this? And he's like, oh, let me go find the car and snap some photos for you. So he goes and he comes back. He's like, I found the car. It just got off a test drive with a customer. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, right. Like, I know what you're doing. You're trying to make me think that this car is hot and everybody's wanting to buy it, you know, to build like scarcity. That's what my thought was. And then he sends me the pictures, and the pictures were not the picture that they showed on the ad. It was an ugly car. Like, the seats were all ripped up and everything. And I'm like, what's the point? Like, why do you have to do that? And you know what that did to me? It's like, I'm not doing business with this dealership. Done, gone. Don't want to do business with them. Whereas if they were honest and helpful, and I had a good experience, I would probably want to do business with them, not just today, but far off into the future. And make no mistake about it, if you're building residual income, you are not just building business today, right? Because Francisco's been with us since 2016. Wanda's been with us for a year. Are we not doing business far off into the future? So we cannot violate your trust, because if we violate your trust, you're gone, you know? So I think this is really important for people to understand, and a lot of people don't understand it. It's more profitable to be honest and to tell the truth. So yeah, we started this company, Freedom Through Principle-Centered Leadership. Some quick facts. We started in 2016. I already explained why. We paid out over $5.5 million in commissions. We provided 314,838 days of meals to kids in need. We take a portion of all of the revenue that we all generate, and we send it to an organization called Feed My Starving Children. And they feed hungry kids. And that's a great thing to be a part of. We pay 80% residual commission on referrals, which means you can grow an income here faster than anything else I'm aware of. Here's the compensation plan, and I'm going to show you just 3 of our products here real quick. We have a $10 option. This is called Let's Goal. Our $10 option pays $8 residual. And I love that anyone, anywhere, regardless of their income level, can get started building residual income for just $10 a month. We have a funnel builder, which is $25 a month. And I'll explain each of these products a little bit more as we, let's see. Yeah, I think I have a spot to explain them. So we have a funnel builder product that's $25 a month, pays $20 residual. And we have a premium traffic and conversions academy that's $125 a month and pays $100 residual. So if you own all 3 of our residual products and you refer a customer, you can earn $128 for every customer you refer. So whatever your number was that you threw out in the beginning of this presentation, divide into that 128, and that'll tell you the number of customers you need here to achieve that income goal. And we just have some illustrations here, 2 customers and you are in profit. So that's one thing that a lot of people love about this business model is if you refer 1 customer, your business is nearly free. And if you refer 2, which is pretty easy to do, if you're willing to learn and be committed, you can be in profit. So your business is not costing you anything. So 10 customers here would earn you $1,280 a month. I saw one person in the chat say their goal was $1,000 a month residual income. That's 10 customers. 10 customers. I always like to share my first residual income story was I bought a rental property, went in debt about $80,000 for it, and it paid me $100 residual income. So looking back, would I have rather done that or do this? It's definitely do this. Find 10 customers and I'm 1,280 in residual. 25 customers, 3,200 residual income. 50 customers, 6,400, and on and on and on. You can go as high as you want. We like to underpromise and overdeliver, like I said. So we kind of keep the numbers in the realm of, this is doable. This is doable for someone who wanted to really build a business. So here's the disclaimer. I said average affiliates can expect to earn 328 with this business. For full earnings disclosure, visit income.thehba.net to earn higher income amounts. Work, skill, and commitment is required. And I already mentioned how much we paid. But here's a potential with this business model. One sale per week can turn into $74,800 a year in residual income. That's one sale per week for a year. That would equal $74,800 residual income. 2 sales per week would turn into $149,760, and 3 sales per week can turn into $224,640 per year. I challenge you to find another business where this is possible. I don't think you'll find it because I haven't seen it. And so what are the products? We have Let's Goal, as I mentioned. This is a focus and personal transformation app. So you can log in on your phone. You can log in on your desktop. It walks you through a morning routine, which includes gratitude practice, exercise, reminding you to read, a note-taking area, a daily planning area where you can plan out your day. There's a journal in it. It gets you inspired. It's got a very inspirational quote with a beautiful image every morning. So the essentials that I mentioned earlier, growth is an essential. So this is a product that fits perfectly within our plan. And a lot of people love this product. So $10 a month pays $8 residual. Funnel Builder, as I mentioned, pays $20 per month residual. Funnel Builder is a website building tool. So when I said show the door to others as part of the plan. So you walk through the door yourself and then you show the door to other people. How do you show the door to other people? There are 2 ways. One is you have a conversation with someone. So I might be talking to Keith. Hey, Keith, what's up, man? How's it going? What's going on in your life? And Keith's like, oh, Paul, man, good to hear from you. Oh, I'm just doing this and that and the other. And oh, cool. How's the family? Keith's like, oh, family's good. And I'm like, what are you doing for money these days, Keith? And Keith's like, I'm working at a car wash. Oh, cool, man. I used to work at a car wash, which I actually did. And I'm like, that's cool. Do you love it? And then Keith's like, nah, it's okay. It could be better. I'm like, oh, well, what are you looking to do? And then I listen to what he says. And then I might say is it giving you all the money that you want? He's like, no, I'd like more money. Now I've identified a need. So I could say to Keith, hey, Keith, if I could show you a way to, generate more of an income working, part-time every day with a pretty cool business, would you be open to taking a look? Keith might say yes. I send him the link. Now I've showed Keith the door. Okay. So that's way number 1. Way number 2, and this relates to the funnel builder, is you can create content on the internet. Like let's say YouTube videos. I do a lot of YouTube where I figure out what people on YouTube are looking for. And I'll make a video to give them what they're looking for. I make the video. I tell them what they are looking for. I give them the tips or whatever. And then at the end of the video, I say, and hey, by the way, my dream in life is to help people build a residual income. That's where you can disconnect your time from your money. Thanks to residual income, I was able to retire in my early 40s. If that's not your story, you could say, hey, my mentor, my business partner I'm working with, he was able to retire in his early 40s. Doesn't have to be your story. You can use my story. Say, if you want to check it out, visit www.workwithkeith.com and you can take a look. So now the visitor goes to a web page that has a place for them to put their name and email in the page. and then they go see the presentation. Okay. That's a lead capture page. This is why we need a funnel builder. With our funnel builder, you can create any kind of lead capture page you want to create. So you can create a lead capture page to collect leads and grow your email list. Oh, and by the way, after Keith is now on my email list, he might look at the presentation and be like, this is awesome, I'm in. Or he might be like, he might get distracted. He might like, his wife might be like, Keith, come out here, mow the lawn, right in the middle of the presentation. So he's like, so he goes and mows the lawn and then he forgets about the presentation, right? But he's still on my email list. So tomorrow when I send out my newsletter, 3 simple wealth building tips, and then I give some tips and then I say, P.S. Keith, did you finish this presentation? Or, did you watch this presentation all the way through? Wanda just gathered another $120 residual income. Take a look if that sounds like something you might like to see. Now I'm re-inviting Keith back to what? To the same door that I showed him. Okay. So the funnel builder tool allows you to create those lead capture pages so you can collect those leads. It also allows you to create anything that you want. Traditional websites, digital products, if you ever want to make your own digital products, appointment booking page. There's anything you want to do on the internet with web building, you can do it with our funnel builder. So that's $25 a month. So it's a product that a lot of people need. And then our third product is Traffic and Conversions Academy. This pays $100 per month. So after you have people to your website, the next thing you need is you need to know how to convert those visitors into paying customers. So as I already mentioned, Mike and I have done over $10 million in sales. So our Traffic and Conversions Academy, the goal of this product is to teach you free ways to generate traffic, some paid ways to generate traffic or visitors to your website. We have a whole section on conversions. How do you convert those people into paying customers? How to do an email promotion. That's part of conversions. All the things that were valuable to us that have helped us to sell over $10 million worth of products, we put in this Traffic and Conversions Academy. So you can watch these modules at your own leisure. You can watch them anywhere you're at. Also in this product, we have built-in coaching. So it's not a situation where you just go watch the videos and then you're on your own. We have daily, and I mean daily, Monday through Saturday, webinars, Zooms, where we show you what we're doing, what other successful people are doing, and we show up to answer any questions that you might have, and we give you coaching. You might say, hey, Paul, can you look at my lead capture page and give me some tips on it? You might say, hey, Mike, I'm stuck with connecting my autoresponder to my lead capture page. Can you help me with it? And yes, we will be there to help you with it. So that's our third residual product. So these 3 products, you can join today and get all 3 of them for $35. The Funnel Builders Academy, Let's Go, HBA Premium, Traffic and Conversions Academy. And you can also, if you decide to get started today, if you're not already started, get thousands of dollars in bonuses. So now the $35 is you can actually start for $25 today, but then to get the Let's Go, it's another $10. So I'll explain that in a second. But you can get started. We have a 3-day money back guarantee. So you can check it out for 3 days, make sure that, it's good and everything I'm saying is true and accurate. And if you decide you like it, then the $8 residual product is $10 a month. The Funnel Builder product is $25 a month. And the Premium Traffic and Conversions Academy is $125 per month. So that's the cost on those 3 products, but you can get them all for $35 to just kind of put your toe in the water and check it out. So you also get bonuses. So just real quick, I'll go through these bonuses. If you decide to get started today for the $25 price tag I'm going to show you at the end of the presentation, you get the Magical Morning Formula. This is a 7-step daily formula that I have used. This is a training that I did to create a massive passive income stream that allowed me to retire in my 40s. You get that it's a $47 value. You get it for free. You also get Algorithms for Abundance, which is a video training that I also did that includes 23 brain formulas for programming prosperity that you can use as a huge shortcut to begin navigating life and business like the world's richest minds. Wallace Wattles, in his book, The Science of Getting Rich, says wealthy people think and act in a certain way. So if you want to act like wealthy people, the first step is to learn to think like wealthy people think. And this is what this training is. It's through all my 2 decades of reading books and creating success myself and getting to know successful people. There are 23 ways that I have discovered that all successful people think. They're literally like algorithms for your brain. $97 value, get it for free if you decide to get started today. Affiliate Marketing Domination. This is a 13-module training series for reaching elite levels of status and recognition for any product, business, or company you promote. You'll get the exact formula that our company co-founder paid $30,000, and he did. Mike paid $30,000 to a trainer for coaching, and that's where he learned this formula. And Mike has used this formula to sponsor as many as 2,000 people in one business. This is a $97 value. You'll get it for free if you decide to get started today for $25. You'll also get the ultimate copywriting and headline formulation magic cheat sheet. You can know in seconds exactly what words create a magical draw, pulling people into you and your messages so they almost can't resist being magnetically attracted to your business so they can buy from you and help you grow your income faster. $127 value. You get it for free if you decide to get started today for $25. There is a button below this video, by the way. If you're on the page and you're watching this and you're thinking this is something that you want to do, you can go ahead and click the button below and get started, fill out the form and get started at any time. You don't have to wait till the end of this. You also get 111 pre-written emails by one of the world's top email copywriters, so you'll never have to stare at your computer and wonder what to send your email list. We paid $740 for these emails, and you can get them today for free if you get started for $25 by clicking the button below. You'll also get the little black book of emails, how to bridge the gap from having an endless supply of amazing money-making emails right at your fingertips, ready to send, to developing a highly valuable skill. So this is about copy paste. This is about developing the skill set to edit these emails so they sound more like you. So you're building a relationship with your email list, and also to being able to write your own emails. That's a skill no one can ever take from you that you can use to build wealth for the rest of your life. So this is a training at least worth $47. Amy Starr Allen, who's a top affiliate in our community, she was watching me write some emails one day, and she says, Paul, you could create a high-ticket product to teach people these skills. High ticket is like, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. And I was like, yeah, I could, but I'd rather just teach them to people in our community. So I created this training, and I'm giving it to you if you get started for $25 today for free. Hidden secret to stories that sell. This is also another video training, a simple hack that can turn all of your stories into scientifically proven tools of influence designed to persuade your prospects to do exactly what it is you want them to do every time you open your mouth or start to write. This formula has already helped to sell millions of dollars of products online. And yes, you've heard the phrase facts tell and stories sell. So this tells you the science of the stories that produce the result that you want to produce, because it's like, what story should I tell? Should I just tell any story? Well, you can, or you can tell stories that help you get the result that you want and that help your prospects make the decisions that are going to help them in their lives. You also get the 3 magic emails. This is the exact 3 emails top online marketers have been using for years to turn leads into sales with automation. Just type them once and they can help make sales for you for life. This is $77 value, yours free for $25. If you add this up, all of the bonuses, that comes up to the value of the bonuses over $2,000. And I do believe we were pretty conservative on these values. Like sometimes you see on the internet, this is worth $10,000. This is worth $20,000. This is worth 40. People do that. I said do. That's not what we did. Like if you look at these values, they're very, very conservative. So conservatively speaking, over $2,000 worth of value if you decide to get started with our business model today and start building your freedom for just $25. As I mentioned, we have a risk-free guarantee because we want people to build freedom in absolute safety. So you can get access to everything today. You've got 3 days. If you don't love it, just request a full 100% refund. So there's no risk in getting started today. I would recommend, successful people make decisions quickly. So the goal is to get the information you need as fast as you can, so you can make the decisions that you need to make as fast as you can, so you can move forward in life as fast as you can. Do not procrastinate. That's just general good advice all around. So if you like what you've seen today, I would highly encourage you to not wait. If you have a question, we'll answer your question at the end of this. But as soon as you get the information that you need to say, this looks amazing, I would say make the decision and move. That's what successful people do. Napoleon Hill said in the end of his book, Think and Grow Rich, life is a checkerboard. The player opposite you is time. If you hesitate before moving, your players will be wiped off the board by time. That's why you want to make fast decisions. So that is the presentation pretty much. And I did mention a $35 price tag, and I want to explain that here real quick. This is the form you're going to see when you click the button below and fill it out. This is $25, as I mentioned. So this is going to get you access to all of the bonuses, the Funnel Builder, the Funnel Builders Academy, HBA Premium. And then when you log in to the members area, so I'll log into the members area here. One of your bonuses is if you click on the affiliate zone and done for you funnels. No. I'm sorry. Bonus vault, the magical morning formula. This is where you'll see where to sign up for the Let's Goal app if you want that. So that's $10. So that's where the 35 comes in. So 25 to start. And then I would encourage you to go watch this video and see if Let's Goal is something that you want. And then that would take your total price up to $35. Once you click the button below and fill out the form and get started, and you come into the members area, and watch the magical morning formula. After that, your next question is, okay, what do I do now that I've joined this business? And there are a couple of places you might start. If you already have a business and you're just joining to learn how to market your existing business better, you would start in the Funnel Builders Academy and begin to learn how to build pages and funnels that will help you more magnetically attract the business that you want. If you don't have a business and you're starting today because you're attracted to the 80% payout and the high residuals, then you're going to want to come to the affiliate zone and you're going to want to follow the fast start steps. These are the steps that we have found over, Mike and I combined have about 40 years experience in home business. These are the steps that have the highest likelihood of getting you to 1 or 2 sales within your first week so that you can be in profit. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that. I'm saying they have the highest likelihood of doing that. So I would go to the affiliate zone and I would I would scroll through this page and follow all of the steps. If you have a question at any time after you get started, we have a little button down here that says questions. Click here. So if you click there, you're going to see some steps that you can follow to get answers to your questions. We have an artificially intelligent chat assistant named Sage who can answer a lot of your questions. We also, as I mentioned, do live Zoom 6 days a week. So you can pop on a live event and ask your question live and we will help you. If you have a job and you can't make it to a live Zoom, you can submit your question and we will answer it on the next live mastermind that we have. So I'm almost done here. If you guys have any questions, be getting those ready. Let's see. I think I closed out my... Nope, I didn't. Okay, so the last things I wanted to cover super fast, then we'll be done for the day after do Q&A. Regardless of the decision that you made today, I just want to highlight that the vehicle you choose to drive to your freedom matters a lot. I would say I wasted, but I don't think I wasted. I think as long as you learn, you never lose. But for years of my life, I was in businesses that had flat tires, that were broken down, rust on the top, engines would break down, transmission would go out. And I was trying to drive this kind of stuff to my dream life. And finally, thankfully, a few years ago, we started this business. And this is what I feel this business is. It's reliable, it's sleek, it's good looking, it's something I can drive and be proud of, something I can count on. And so regardless of whether you choose to get started with us or not, I would just highly encourage you to be very, very careful about the businesses you partner up with to drive to your freedom, because many of them are not going to get you there in the way that you think they're going to get you there. So lastly, what others are saying. So I was going to see, is there anyone here live who's been a member of HBA who wants to share just your quick experience? If so, you can come on out. I already covered where to get started, and then we'll do questions. And if we don't have anyone who wants to pop out, I can show you some of the things people have said about us online, our unsolicited testimonials.
I can pop up if you want.
Come on out, Francisco.
Well, I just want to say that the Home Business Academy has been life-changing for me, because all the information that we have in here is coming straight from the heart of Paul and Mike. The information that you see in the Home Business Academy is up to date, is current, it works right now. Other businesses, they use old trainings that were working like 10 years ago. So you're not using current strategies to build your business. On top of that, you get to build your own business in the way you want. You can use the products of the Home Business Academy to build the business if you already have one, or you can promote the products of the Home Business Academy and earn 80% commissions. If in case that you don't know, I do the presentation in Spanish for the Home Business Academy, and I mentioned the power of the 80% commissions. 2 sales and you're in profit. That's unbelievable. You cannot see that anywhere else. So I'm really grateful that I came across the Home Business Academy. I consider this my home, and hopefully you consider that yours. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Francisco. Awesome. Appreciate that so much. I also want to show you guys, if you go to thehomebusinessacademy.com and you click on reviews, we have lots of reviews here that are completely unedited. So in other words, the review process, we use a company called Satellis. They will not let us delete reviews, because it's not credible if you're like deleting all the bad reviews and only keeping the good reviews, right? So on that page, you'll see reviews, actual reviews that are unedited from people who have joined the Home Business Academy. I love the Home Business Academy, love the Home Business Academy and community and their common sense approach to running an online business. No BS going on here. It's why this is our #1 recommendation for our 50+ audience who are looking to start an online business. Elizabeth, who's here today, I'm so glad to have found my new marketing home. I wanted somewhere that felt like a big, happy family that cared about their reps and customers. Everyone made me feel so welcome, and I love how the owners truly care about us. I love the tools, the trainings, and it really stands above the rest. So you can read through these, but like most of them are 4-star reviews. I don't know how common that is in home business. It kind of feels somewhat unique to have most people giving you 4-star reviews. And any of the negative reviews that you might find, if you read the review, oftentimes they're like, I couldn't log in, or something like that. And I'm like, oh, sorry about that. Sorry you couldn't figure out how to log in. We would have loved to help you, but so anyway, you can find the reviews there if you want to check them out. Any other testimonials for HBA, and we'll get into Q&A. And for those of you guys who are on the page, post your questions in the comments, and I will go look at those, and we'll be sure to answer any questions you might have. And I think the way that we'll do this is, if you are a guest and you're not a part of the Home Business Academy, we'll give priority to your questions. So we'll answer your questions first. And then if you're a member and you have questions, we're happy to stick around and answer your questions as well, any marketing questions you might have. So I think Dee Dee has her hand up. Dee Dee, are you wanting to come out?
Yeah. Hey, Paul. Sorry, I'm not on camera today, you guys. I'm just really it's my first day to get some rest, so but I had to make sure I came on and just to let you all know that I just joined Premium and I brought a couple of people with me and I can't wait to get started. I was on the call once or twice, but it was a lot going on, so I had to just kind of rest for a while. But I just wanted to say that when I met you guys, a few years ago, I was in another program and I wanted to make sure that I had you guys in my back pocket, because I was loyal to my other program. But I said, if anything ever happened, I'm definitely coming here, no ifs, ands, or maybes. And I never regretted that. The people that I followed, I traced back to where they came from and they all came from here. I love and respected them and they end up leading me here. So when you guys are out on social media and when you're talking to different people, you want to be able to have a company where you feel good talking about it, and you can be able to trace back the roots of the company and know that the people that are in that company are real. Because I had no idea who they were. They didn't know me, but I was watching them. And I said, whatever company you came from, I want to go back and see where that company is. And like I said, I've been online for a little while. So I've traced back some people. I've been in some things that, the owner, when you trace back, you might not even be able to find him. You might not even be able to find where the roots of the company came from. Or, you find out all different things that they had going on. And it's like, there is no way. How did you even start a company? You know, Not to talk, in particular about the industry or anything like that, but there's scams out there and I've been a part of a lot of them. But my spirit wouldn't let me rest because I knew it wasn't right when I got in, but I was looking at the money like everybody's, well, you can make the money, you can make the money. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I came to do. But I'm like, but at first I came to touch people's lives. I didn't come here to make money first. And they said, the big gurus will say, well, you gotta look at the money. You won't stay in business. And I'm like, yeah, that didn't work too good for me. So sorry. So I'm following my spirit. Every time I follow my spirit, I end up following it right into a company that I end up calling my home. And I followed you guys before I even got here. My spirit is telling me, come here, come here, come here. And I gathered my friends. I was like, ladies, come on, we got to go here. We got to go. And they're like, oh, they heard you guys talk. And I'm like, the owners are on the call with you every single week. Do you know how rare that is? Half the owners you can't even find. They don't care about us, and they're answering questions every single day. Do you know how much coaching is every single day? I just had a coach quote me $5,000. And I was like, no, no. And they know you by name. When you come in, you like, it cheers like, hey, Norm. It's like, hey, dear. I'm like, oh, hey, I missed you guys. It makes you want to bring people in. It makes you want to build a community. It makes you want to stay in this business because this crap is hard, but they make it so not easy, but they make it where, you don't want to quit. You don't want to quit on yourself. You don't want to quit on your team. You don't want to quit on the industry. It helps give the industry a good name. There's so many people out here giving this industry a bad name. We gotta be part of the good guys. And I enjoy and I appreciate and I love being part of this community. And just wait, once I'm done with all of this stuff, like I'm coming out kicking ace. So just give me a minute. I'm like, Lord, please bring me the people I need and the things that I don't blow my life up. And he blew it up. And he's like, now I'm going to replace it with those foundations that you asked for so you can bring the people in that you need. And let's make this the biggest, best thing in the whole wide world. I know it sounds corny, but I'm just saying it's the truth. So, but thank you guys. Thank you so much for this community and the people here. And I enjoy you guys and such a blessing in my life and the people that are here with me. Thank you, ladies. Let's go.
Oh, you're amazing, Dee Dee. So appreciate that. And not corny at all. As long as you're honest and sincere, like you are, you can't be corny. I wanted to give Mike a chance to come out. Mike's my business partner. Mike, did you have anything you wanted to say or add before we get into Q&A?
Thank you, Paul. You did amazing. Yeah, this is such a great business, and I've heard Paul relate this back to other things out there. Like there's other things you can do. Like you could do affiliate marketing, and when we're talking about opportunities to people, there's affiliate marketing, there's network marketing, there's the Amazon reviews. I mean, there's e-commerce. You can sell your own products. You could become a coach. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. There's high ticket, low ticket, you name it. There's a lot of ways to make money in this industry. But one thing that I really love is, we would say that we actually fall in the affiliate marketing category. Like if you're going to look at the Home Business Academy, what do we fall in? Out of all of those things that you can do, what do we fall in? We actually technically fall in the affiliate marketing category, but even within that category, there's a whole bunch of things. And so I really truly believe we are unique even in that category. Like we're not just affiliate marketing. We pay you residual income. You have leverage with the community, with us doing the training for you. In fact, you could be a total brand newbie, don't know anything about the internet, and all you have to do is tell someone about it, get them the link. We do the selling, the page does the selling, and then when someone joins, the community does the training. So you're completely out of the equation at that point. Now, if someone asks you a question, here's what you do. Oh, hey, they're doing a TNC tomorrow, and they'll be able to answer your question right there on Zoom. The owners of the company and other 6 and 7 figure earners inside the company, they'll be able to answer your question versus me. I can give you my answer, but they're going to give you a way better answer. And there you go. And so you don't have to know how to do marketing. You don't have to know how to do setup. You don't have to know how to do anything. You just need to know how to get someone to your page, tell them about it. In fact, we even have a fast start training that will help you get sales before you even have a capture page up. And you're not doing the selling, you're not doing the training, you're not doing any of that stuff. You're letting us do that as a community. And we purposely did that to help you to create leverage. And there's not that many opportunities that can say they do that. In fact, I know probably one other community that does a daily video for their community. They don't do daily Zooms. Okay. They don't do daily coaching. Right. And that's about the closest I've seen to what we have. And that's in a whole different niche as well. It's not even in the affiliate marketing niche. It's like network marketing. So anyway, I'm just excited about this opportunity for anyone who plugs in, and you did a great service in explaining that, Paul.
Thank you, Mike. You notice how he didn't say job. He said he has PTSD from jobs, so he says service now instead of good job.
I thought about saying good job, but then I stopped myself. I have
So-
to consciously stop myself.
Sometimes it sounds a little funny, so you got to explain it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, really great thoughts. Thanks, Mike. I see one question from the page from Andrew Jacoby, and he says, do you mind me asking what manner of training modules you have as a member? Can you give a brief discussion of the trainings you have? So yes, I will show those real quick. When you join the Funnel Builder, you get the Funnel Builders Academy. So these are modules meant to teach you how to use the Funnel Builder. So you get a welcome video, teaches you the 3 steps to building any business online successfully. You get how to buy and integrate your custom domain, how to set up a business email, how to connect an autoresponder and set that up, even how to do DKIM setup, which is, seems complicated, but the training makes it really easy. This just makes sure your emails actually get to people's inboxes. And then for the Funnel Builder, we have creating your funnel pages, mobile optimization, custom code and pixels, URL redirects, exit pop-ups, share funnels, subdomain, tracking leads with the builder, selling your own products, upsell, downsell, membership sites, video hosts. You want me to go? I mean, I could keep going on and on and on. Bottom line is we have everything you could ever want to learn on building websites and funnels. Now, do you have to watch all of this training and learn everything here? No, thankfully, you don't. We have done for you pages. So rather than go create something from scratch, over in our affiliate zone, we have something called Done For You Funnels, where you can load up pages that have already been created. So the Funnel Builders Academy is for you if you want to learn how to become a whiz with the funnel builder. It is not necessary, depending upon your goals. You know, if that's something you want to do, great, you can do it. We'll support you, but it's not 100% required. So then in HBA Premium, we have, you know, what to do before you get traffic, target marketing, the lead magnet. And then once you go through that, you know, how do you get free traffic, launching your business, irresistible invitation, simple free unlimited leads with Facebook, how to follow up, short form video lead generation, YouTube ranking, the easy button YouTube strategy, free Facebook ad method, podcasting, LinkedIn, Facebook, blogging. We have some paid, you know, traffic strategies, low cost local lead gen. This is really cool. It's very low cost and very effective for generating leads in your local market. Solo ad training, text messaging, getting sales conversions, the 13-point conversion formula, how to close online leads, getting your new team members started right, how to write emails that serve and sell, email promo conversions code, on and on and on. And then our live coaching is part of Premium. So those are some examples of the modules. And then if you do decide to buy the Let's Goal app, we also have some free training modules inside of the Let's Goal app that are all related to the Let's Goal app. So you would just come down to training, how to add it to your phone, how to invite. Oh, that's one thing I didn't mention that's super cool. You can invite your family members to set up their own Let's Goal accounts for free, up to 7 people. So all my kids have an account, my wife has an account, and that's all included in my $10 a month. How to create your vision board, how to use the goal setting feature, how to supercharge journaling with voice dictation, and then the art of exceptional reading. That's all included in Let's Goal. So hopefully that answers your question, Andrew. Thank you for it. And anyone else on the page, please put your questions below if you have any questions, and we'll be sure to get to those. But that's the only question I saw. So while we're waiting for any other questions that might be coming in, well, I guess we'll just jump into Q&A for our members. Do we have any members here who have questions? And I do see one from Tyrone and one from Brenda Jean. So let's go ahead and do that. So I do want to thank you all, everyone who stayed to this point. Thank you for investing your time this morning. I think it means that you are definitely a different kind of person. You're someone who has a dream, you're consuming information, you're getting around people that can help you move forward. So whether what we have is for you or not, I sincerely want to thank you for being here and let you know that I believe in you. I think you can create whatever life you want to create. It's with, you know, can you do it? Yes. Will you do it? That's up to you. We'd love to support you and help you. But regardless, just thank you. Really appreciate you. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into the questions for the members. So Tyrone says, I'm wondering, is it still okay to post when you've made a sale, sometimes in the group? Because I tried it the other day and was declined. I'm wondering if I did something wrong. I also noticed that when I got my last 2 sales, the HBA icon isn't showing in my email. Any reason for this, guys? Thanks. So number 1, congrats on your sales, Tyrone. That's awesome. So I didn't decline your post. I will say, okay, so there's 2 angles here. Angle 1 is celebrating success. And when you create success, especially your first success, we want to celebrate that with you. So that's one thing. Another thing is sometimes people will post their results in our Facebook group as a strategy to say, hey, look at me, come follow me, and then like attract people outside of the Facebook group. So number 2 is definitely prohibited. And I don't know if that's, I'm not saying that's what you did. I'm just sharing with you the philosophy for posting results in the Facebook group. And then the third thing is we do kind of want to avoid spam. So if you can imagine, like every person, every time they make a sale is posting their sales, and then you go to the Facebook group and all you see is, commission notification, that's kind of spammy, right? Like it's lacking in value. So those are the 3 things we're kind of aiming at with the moderation of those posts. So Mike, anything you'd add to that, or do you know about Tyrone's case specifically?
Yeah, I can't say specifically I know what's going on there, but if you include links to websites or if it's so anything like that, it may be a decline just automatically if that's the case. So just I don't know what you specifically posted, but sometimes people will post a link to a website or they'll post a traffic resource. So like, hey, I got 2 sales from traffic resource. You know what I mean? Like they'll name it. So just a couple things to be aware of. You can't name specific traffic resources unless it's generic, like YouTube, or Facebook, or you know what I mean, like a generic. But if it's like a source that people can buy and purchase traffic, then that's one way. That's one reason why it would be declined. But yeah, so my guess is if it was declined, it most likely included either a link to a website, a traffic resource, something along those lines. Also, positive is always a good thing. We don't like to, and I'm sure yours was a positive post, so that's probably not a big deal. So anyway, that we can look deeper into it if we need to. But yeah, so your second part where it says the icon isn't showing in the email. Yeah, we use a third-party software for our affiliate program called Samcart. So it's going to show the Samcart icon on your affiliate emails, but it is a HBA email for sure.
Yeah, are you talking about this image here? Like my HBA image is showing in my commission notification emails.
It's probably meaning like when you get the email, and I didn't see your screen. I think when you share the whole screen, it takes a while to show, but if you show the browser, it's faster. But yeah, it's like icon. I think when he says icon, that means like for some reason it's not sharing it.
Is it not sharing the screen?
Oh, it just takes a while on yours for some reason.
All right. Here, does that work better? The browser?
Should pop up any second. Yeah, because when you were sharing it earlier, it just take like 10 seconds or something for it to show. Yeah, there it is. Cool. So
Oh,
I
I thought-
think he might be talking about that little icon on the left of the
Okay.
email.
He said I was meaning the tree, like the one I just showed Tyrone in the commission notification. And make sure you do view images in your email. That's also something that sometimes Gmail will just automatically not show you images. And there's a little link at the top that you have to click that says view images. And Deborah said she noticed another spot, so we can look at that. Yeah, so that's what he was talking about. Okay. Yeah, try view images in your email browser would probably be my #1 recommendation. Brenda Jean says, would you please look at my website? I have questions. Yes, we can look at your website. Okay. Tyrone says, thanks, you guys are the best. Thank you. Appreciate you being here, Tyrone, and thanks for the question. Okay, Brenda Jean, we got your site. What are your questions?
Thank you for looking at this. I did a basic website so that I could have a homepage to put into an application. Sorry, to put into an application. So I'm going to tweak this website. I'm going to put a video in the first block that
Okay.
I hid, and then underneath the video, I have a call to action button. So I think that is where I would put my calendar link so they can have a time to talk to me. So the question is, when I do this calendar link, do I go ahead and put a pop-up window first to capture their information so I can integrate it to the CRM and into Aweber? And then other question is, the link that I'm going to send them to the link location where our meeting is going to take place. Would it be okay if I did it like through Facebook Messenger since I don't have Zoom right now?
Okay.
And I mean, should I go ahead and get the free Zoom version, and can I still record it, just have it for 30-minute, no more than 30-minute meetings? Since it's a free account, it's a 40-minute time window. I mean,
Okay. So
and then
first, oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead. And then the other thing is I have 2 more call to action buttons on the page, and the second and the third would go to my Facebook group. Or should I just have all of the call to action buttons go through the calendar first? I'm
Okay.
trying to get them over to my Facebook group, basically, and get a meeting with them. Is what
Okay.
I'm doing.
So I would say a good rule of thumb is to try to do one thing at a time. So when you're
Okay.
trying to get someone to take an action, you have to think
Okay.
about what is the action I want them to take. So not knowing what's in your video, the question would be, do you want to build an email list and have them book an appointment, or do you just want the ones who are going to book an appointment, go ahead and book that appointment? And part of that's going to depend on what is in your video.
Haven't
So
created the video yet.
okay.
So this is why I thought I would ask you first before I went and created the video.
Yeah. I mean, just from like a general sales background, I would say most people are not going to buy or even book an appointment, depending upon how good the video is. Like it really has to be appealing for someone to say, man, I'm going to take an hour out of my day and go meet with Brenda. So an easier action would be, you know, get my free video training. And that would allow you to collect an email. And the reason you want to collect an email is because most people are not going to buy. So by building an email list, it's a lower threshold for someone to take an action. Number one. So so you can get people to take an action, subscribe to your email list, and then it gives you a method to continue to teach and follow up with all of the people who maybe weren't ready to book an appointment today, but they might be ready to do it in the future. So you can build that email list and cultivate the email list. The other thing that you can do, one of my favorite quotes from T. Harv Eker is he says, poor people think in terms of either, or wealthy people think in terms of and. So can you collect an email and have them book an appointment at the same time? And I think the answer to that is yes. And the way you would do that is you would create this video that you're talking about. You would want it to be valuable to your target audience, even if they don't book an appointment. So you give them something that they want so that they'll want to opt in to watch the training. And then they opt in, they're on your email list. They wanted to watch the training. Now they're watching the training. While they're watching the training, they're getting to know, like, and trust you. And at the end of that video, you can give them an invitation to go ahead and book an appointment with you. Now you've got the lead, you've got the email list, you've got rapport and likability and credibility, and you're still getting appointments. So yeah, I mean, you can do it however you want, but I would say that's more of the standard online marketing way to do it. And I think there are some good reasons, for why you would want to do it that way.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So yes, that makes a lot of sense. So I'll work towards that goal, see how, so a pop-up window capturing their name, their email on the website, that could be one option. And then I can integrate like when they click the submit button, I can integrate it so that it goes to the CRM and to Aweber. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it does. It does. Anytime
Okay.
you connect an
Okay.
autoresponder, it'll collect it in the CRM and the autoresponder both. Um, so on this page, one thing you want to think about is there's two types of websites. There's like an informational type of website, like the Home Business Academy is an example. It's got video, it's got pages they can click on. And then there's lead generation sites. So this is not a lead generation site. This is more of just an information site for people who want to do more research on us. For a lead generation site, and you don't want to combine the two. So you kind of have to decide what type of page is this. If you're wanting to use this page to collect leads, then you would not want to have all of these other links and articles on the page because they distract from your goal of collecting the lead. So
Okay.
if it's a lead generation site, you would do something like, okay, attention licensed massage therapist, which is perfect because you're calling out your target audience. The only thing you would change here is you would say something like free video reveals, how you can unlock the secrets to a thriving corporate chair massage business. And then you might just, you could put a video here with a little bit about you and your credibility and maybe even, just some proof that you can teach them what they want to learn, and then call to action to opt in. So you could do a video here with an opt-in right below. The only reason for a pop-up would be if you have a group of people that might be a little hesitant when they see an opt-in form. So the pop-up kind of allows you to hide the opt-in form where it's like, oh, this isn't a page trying to get my information. This is a page with a video. So so they might not like exit out because they don't see the form. But I would say, depending upon your market, I don't know if a pop-up would be necessary. You might just put the opt-in form right on the page with the video.
Okay.
And that would be one less step for you to do.
Okay.
Does that make sense? But again, the goal is what can I write here and say in the video that would make someone want to fill out the form and get the thing I'm offering, which is going to be the free training that you're going to give away.
Okay. At the very end, I have it's a ebook that I created
Oh, yeah, there you
that
go.
I figured that since I could not download that or upload that onto my group, I created just a simple tips sheet that has this information in it, and then I can send the actual link to this book
Yeah.
to them in Aweber. So
Yeah.
I can get their email, and then in order to get this ebook, I get their email address. And that can be through the opt-in. Okay, and then I'll just take the other two sections out and just use that as my lead magnet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. This could be
Okay.
a part of your giveaway. You could give away the ebook and your free video training. And then when they opt
Okay.
in, you just take them to the video. And in the video, you say, in this video, I'm going to teach you and I'm going to, show you where to download the ebook that I promised you. And so then now they're kind of having to watch the video and you're good to go. And then at the end of the video, you book them into your appointment.
Awesome. Okay.
So yeah, hopefully that helps. And that was the first. I know you had a couple other parts of your question. What were the next parts about the Zoom?
So the question is, when I was going through the calendar widget, I created a calendar widget so I can create my calendar page. And there's a link location where you put a URL for where the link,
Yep.
where your meeting is going to be held at. So I don't have Zoom. If I get the free Zoom version, then there is, I think, a 40-minute time window, but I don't think you can record anything. So I could get the free Zoom, but can I use the same Zoom link over and over in that widget page as where we're going to meet? Or do
Yeah.
I have to create a
You should be able
you,
to. I've done that. I haven't done it recently, but that's the way I used to have a free Zoom account and I just put that one Zoom link in as long as it's you set it up as a meeting or whatever. There's some settings in there. So that
okay,
should work.
okay,
And you
all
can set
right.
up recurring
Thank you
meetings.
so much for your time. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
there's a recurring meeting, or just use your personal Zoom meeting link, and that one's always the same. But if you
Ah, okay,
also there's a site that gives you a enterprise account that Amy showed us. If you get anyone's interested in that, it's not an affiliate or
okay,
anything. It's just through Working Live, special.workinglive.us. They give you a Zoom for $13 a month for like the unlimited everything. Now we were considered power users, so they don't let us do that one. But for a normal
okay,
person that doesn't do 1,000 Zooms every week, you should be fine.
okay.
If
Thank you.
if
I
you
really
want to,
appreciate you
you don't
guys.
have to do the paid though.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
We appreciate you, Brenda Jean. Thank you for being here and great questions. I'm going to check the guest page real quick here. I want to make sure that we get any questions there answered. Okay, so Keith McNoob says, I joined HBA with no business and have low funds. I will only have enough. Okay, I have a business idea to start making wedding, birthday, and thank you cards. And with all the marketing content here on HBA, I thought I can use it to apply to my business idea. So I want to ask, have I approached this matter in the right way? And what else should I think about? So good question. um, so wedding, birthday, and thank you cards. So the first thing I would do is see if there are any existing businesses like that already that are doing what you're planning on doing for maybe even less than you could do. So I don't know all the details of your business idea, but I do know there are places that I can log in and send cards, from my computer, and it's pretty inexpensive. So I wouldn't personally want to compete against those existing businesses. Now, maybe you're going to do something special like handmade or custom that would be different and that you could charge a little more for. But then again, how much can you charge for those cards? And will people pay enough to help you get the money that you want to get? Like, these are questions that you would want to ask, I think, and answer before I would start a business like that. So those are just my personal thoughts. And you can also, with HBA, if you did want to use HBA to build residual income, you don't have to have all three products. If funds are low, you can use our $10 product or $25 product. You don't have to have it all. It'll take longer to build an income that way, but you can practice and gain experience and grow skills and grow your income. And then, upgrade other products when it's more appropriate for you. So.
And that kind of piggybacks off a question we had on the spreadsheet too. Someone had a similar question named Matthew Amsel. Said needs to cut expenses and wondering about which products to use. I would recommend, so like if you make sales with our products, obviously you have to own the product to get a commission on it. But if someone was just like on a super low budget, couldn't afford anything, I would tell them to at least have one subscription product that where you're plugged into the community. So the Let's Goal app is such a great cost because it's $10, and then you can be plugged into the community still. You could be using the product, because I could tell you right now, if let's say someone just canceled everything but that they still had their affiliate link out there and you make a sale, yeah, you're going to get a commission notification. But what's the likelihood of making a sale if you are not a product of the product, you're not using it yourself? No one's going to buy that product from you. Like that's like keeping a dream out there that's not going to happen, right? you got to be involved. You got to be in the community. You've got to own some of the products, one or two or all of them, right? But if you're on a budget, just at least get the Let's Go product, pay for it, or even the funnel builder. Those are two low-cost products. Use the products, promote them, market them. You'll be more excited to market them, and you'll make way more money doing it that way. So, but never give up. We always hear, never give up on your dreams, right? To me, if someone were to just cancel everything and just hope that one of their links out there in internet land makes a sale, you've pretty much given up. Right? That's like giving up. Like you got to be actively promoting. And I personally would never actively promote anything I don't personally own. It just doesn't align with my values. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. That's Matthew Amsel's question as well. So
And Neal says, do the HBA lead capture page have a privacy policy that covers the laws in the EU? I live in Ireland, so it's important. So we do have the ability to put a privacy cookie or a button, a pop-up, I should say, on your pages, any pages that you create. And I don't want it to take a whole other 10 seconds for this to pop up. Hopefully it pops up. But you just log into your funnel builder, and over on the left-hand side in the settings, you click on cookies and privacy, and then you can put your policy and your link to your privacy. And then that will pop up every time a page loads. As far as the EU or the Ireland specific policy, I don't know that we have one specifically for Ireland or the EU. So Mike, do you know anything about that?
yeah, so I think he's talking about the GDPR laws.
Yeah.
So in the funnel builder itself, if you go to page, there is a template, terms and privacy policy template. Now, this was created in 2021. And so there is a section in there that does talk about the GDPR or whatever, I think. And if it's not, then you'll have to just do your research. But I will just say privacy policies should be they're your responsibility to have a updated privacy policy. So you could use this one as a template and fill it out. You could use the generic one. There's actually a generic privacy policy out there that you could use that we actually have on all of our capture pages just out of the gate. This one. This is a generic one that you can use on your pages. But what I would recommend is find a website. I know there's a website out there that you can create your own and have it completely compliant. So stick with the generic at first, and then like make your own compliant one or use a template. There's a whole bunch of websites out there that will help you with this. And it might cost you 20 bucks or whatever to get it created, like a super. And if you're in the EU, you probably should pay the 20 bucks or whatever it's going to cost to create a privacy policy that's legit. You know, we're not lawyers here, so we can't give you lawyer advice. Is that how you say it, or what is it? Law?
Legal advice.
Not lawyer advice. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But yeah, so you have to consult your lawyer or find a website that will create one for you. I think there's which one did we use? I think it was like Legal Forms, something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, just do a little research and you can figure it out. Bare minimum, activate the privacy policy on your website, put in this one we have, edit it to fit you, and then do a little research and see if you need anything else with your specific situation. Then you can edit it. Mark Smith says, I have a potential customer that wants me to create a flyer that links to their menu that can also collect payments. How would I go about that? Is there a software you would recommend?
So you want a flyer that links to their menu that they can also collect payment. So to me, a flyer is just a piece of paper. Is that what you're talking about? And then you would just have either a QR code on the paper that goes to a website, or a website URL that goes to a website. So the website itself will be able to collect the payments. You can't collect payments on a piece of paper unless they write it, you know. But basically, you have to have it linked to a website, and that's what our website builder can do. You can build any kind of website with the builder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike,
So,
if I may just jump in and verbalize a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess the main part that I'm asking is how do our software doesn't collect money for menu items, correct? I know we can sell products, but they have a menu. This person has a water ice business that they're trying to market, and they want to put their items on the flyer to show the customers what they have. And then they want to link them to a menu where they can order them and pay for them. Because that's not something that we do with Samcart, correct?
Not Samcart, but with
Not
the funnel
Samcart.
builder.
Okay.
And
So
are they going to like deliver the food, or is the customer
Yes.
going to come get the food? They
Yep,
deliver the food.
they're going to go deliver it.
so this would be like a sort of like an e-commerce type of setup.
Yes.
And so you would need to, it's a little bit more complicated to do e-commerce stuff. Like, so you would need to really get familiar with the funnel builder, or hire someone that is familiar with it, with e-commerce type stuff. But let me show you an example of what you can do in that situation, and just to show you that it is possible. So in your store, you would just have them create a product, right? So just name this product like menu or something like menu, food menu, or whatever product you want to do. And then click save. And then down here, there's something called, but let me go to one that has the physical product, I think is what it is. Yes. Okay. Physical product, food menu. And then you're going to have to play around with these variations. So you're going to basically, like, you're going to create different variations. So it's going to be like, obviously you'll give it a better name than that. And then you could be like steak, chicken, comma, fish, whatever. And then each variation, you can create a price for the steak. You can create a price for the chicken. You can create a price for that. Then you can add an image of the steak, chicken, fish. You see what I'm saying? So like, you're going to have to mess around with this, the variations and the food items, or you can even do like breakfast and then have all the breakfast items. Lunch, have all the lunch items. Dinner, have all the, you know what I mean? So this can be dinner, and have all of the different variations of dinners and different pictures and the different prices for everything. So it is possible, but you're going to really have to get familiar with e-commerce and how to think it through. And that's what people pay thousands of dollars for, like, to get coaching on how to do that. Now we can help you on our Funnel Builder Fridays. Matthew's good with this stuff, so we can help you as much as we can, but e-commerce is a big beast.
Yeah, and then how do they get the money? That we link that to a cart on the website?
We have a training called Selling Your Own Products. I would recommend starting there.
Okay.
Because it covers a lot of what Mike just showed, and it also talks about merchant accounts and how to connect the merchant to the page so that you can get the money to the restaurant owner.
Yeah,
I put the link in the chat.
Yeah,
so.
it's interesting when you're just out talking to people and they realize what you can do, then they start asking you all these questions. They see some of your work and it's like, wow, you can do that. Can you do this? So that's where I'm at. This is way off of my mission, but I thought I'd take a little stab at it and see if it was something I could put together.
Yeah. And it's
So-
fun to like, do new things and see
Sure.
what can be done. And yeah, I think it's cool. I think it'd be a cool project.
Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you, Mike and Paul. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah. And the only reason we have Samcart, just for everyone's information, is for the affiliate side of things. So if we weren't paying affiliate commissions, we would not need Samcart. We would just sell whatever we're selling with the funnel builder and the merchant account. So that's where Samcart comes in, is if you want to create an affiliate program. But we have a training on that also. So if you ever wanted to create your own affiliate program, I would recommend watching that training inside the Funnel Builders Academy.
And we're kind of invested in that platform. We couldn't switch. I mean, we could switch. It would just be really annoying for us and everybody in the community. So there is a solution, though, that Paul just said, like in our training, there is a better solution that integrates with the funnel builder itself. So the affiliate program. So Samcart actually technically does not integrate with the funnel builder. We had to have a custom programmer integrate them with like complicated Amazon servers. So it's not, you can't integrate those. So if anyone in here is trying to use Samcart for anything, just don't, because you'll have to hire custom programmers to make it work. There's a better solution in the Funnel Builder Academy. All right.
Any other questions? We are over 2 hours today, which is okay. All my family's still sleeping, so I'm good to go as long as you guys want to go. Yeah, what's up, Danny? What's your question?
I just made this funnel while we were on here about the new member orientation and with the timer. How do you will be redirected to the webinar once the timer runs out. Where would you redirect it in the column or in the timer itself, or when the timer runs out?
It's a timer. I think the timer, when the timer's up, it redirects the whole page. Isn't that right? In the timer setting.
Set it in the timer settings. There's a link. It'll say, take me to, like, there'll be a drop down. It'll say like, show this message or take me to a link. You got to choose the link and then put your affiliate link to the presentation page.
So when I'm in the timer section, I'll be clicking in that where the numbers are for the timer to redirect it to my Samcart link.
The timer settings, yes.
Okay.
There'll be a spot where you can choose like what do you want to happen when the timer runs out. And I think default it says show message. You got to choose go to URL instead.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Rashida says, hello, I already purchased the funnel builder. Will I have the same features that is offered today? Yes. You will have the funnel builder and everything the funnel builder does, the Funnel Builders Academy, and all the bonuses. So just go to the affiliate zone and go to the bonus section and you'll see the bonuses there. All right, everybody. Any super important questions before we close out? Okay, well, I guess we'll get on with the Saturday. Again, thanks everybody. Thanks for all your help. Thanks for being here. Hope you have an amazing weekend, and we will be, hey, Rita Joy. Hey, Christian. We'll be back Monday for our regularly scheduled Freedom programming. So feel free to tune in on one of our Monday masterminds. Love you guys. Always go for your dreams. Have a great weekend.
Bye, everyone. Have a
I
great
love you,
weekend.
Angela.
Love you too, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you.